On to other news now. A large wildfire has broken out in Turkey's Marmara Islands. The blaze has been active since Monday and has so far destroyed at least 5 houses in the vicinity. As you can see on your screens, the fire was huge and threw up big clouds of smoke into the air. The fire is believed to have started from Bagazda forest, but the cause remains unknown.
We begin this program in Russia, where firefighters, backed by the country's Air Force, are struggling to contain vast wildfires in Siberia.
And how unusual is it for this to be happening in Siberia, of all places?
Right, so fires in Siberia are fairly normal, but this is an unprecedented fire in terms of its size.
It may happen every year, but the scale and intensity of these fires has never been seen before, and scientists say they are burning much farther north than normal. And it's not only Russia, this is Alaska, where firefighters have been struggling to contain the spread.
The fires are engulfing more than 3.1 million hectares of land, an area roughly the size of Belgium. Environmentalists are calling it an ecological catastrophe.
3 weeks of raging fires setting off alarm bells around the world.
With the Amazon fires posing a devastating threat to the region and the world.
Tonight, the Amazon rainforest, often called the planet's lungs, is struggling to breathe.
Fires on the island of Evia started Tuesday at about 3 a.m. and were spread by strong winds through dry vegetation, according to local media.
Glacial Glacier used to cover 15 square kilometers of mountainside. Now it is barely 1 square kilometer and less than 15 meters deep.
While this is the first glacier to totally vanish in Iceland, experts say all of the country's ice masses will have melted away forever in the next 200 years. That includes Europe's largest glacier, the Vatnajökull. It's all bad news for Iceland, whose flag is inspired by all 3 of its key elements: water, fire, and ice.
Yes, there have been other small glaciers to disappear around the planet over the last 20, 30 years, but this is the first one of this size, and that's what makes it significant, because this is a well-known glacier in Iceland. It's storied in children's songs and things like that, so everybody knows about it. So the fact that it's now gone is significant, and it may be a bellwether that more glaciers of prominent size will also be disappearing in the decades ahead. Guys, back to you.
Such a telling sign. Thanks so much, Matt.
The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of planet Earth, now filled with smoke and fire and choking one of the world's most diverse ecosystems.
Record fires causing massive devastation. Nearly 73,000 detected by researchers so far this year, an 83% increase from 2018. The fires visible even from space. Those white patches, not clouds, but smoke.
A cold weather system helped by changing winds, pushing smoke into cities more than 1,000 miles away.
Fires engulfing large swaths of the Amazon rainforest. The smoke is traveling far and wide. It darkened the skies over Sao Paulo, which is more than 2,000 kilometers south of the burn area. The scope of the fires is massive.
The fires in the Amazon rainforest so huge they're even visible from space. Strong winds pushing the smoke hundreds of miles, plunging the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo into darkness.
It was a dramatic warming, that's for sure. And, you know, it's been known that that had something to do with the extinction, but what we really showed, I think, newly is that it also came with this geographic difference in the risk of extinction.
Did you get any of it? No, I just saw it. Oh, there's some.
I missed it.
There was, there's some more.
Oh, it came over.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I saw it.
I wonder if someone hit it. I don't know.
People think about greenhouse gases, they think about climate change, they think about weather-related events, things like that. Doctors, the public health community looks at it from a public health standpoint. You're talking about these particulates. Air pollution is essentially these small little particulates. You can't see them. They're about 1/30th the size of a hair, and they're out there in the air you breathe.
Away from the track, there was another race for shelter as storms rolled across the state, bringing an almighty deluge.
This man just wanted an explanation.
Do you know what's caused all this, or?
Rain.
Yeah, I gather that.
Because last year and a half, they've been inviting me to speak in all sorts of artificial intelligence conferences in the world. I was just surprised, why are they asking me to come and speak about artificial intelligence, because I'm not an expert in the field, nor am I an artificial intelligence.
अभी देखा नहीं इतना बड़ा पत्थर है उड़ा जाएंगे अरे वो बॉर्डर ही लगता है चल जाके नहीं 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 भाई मेरे को डर लग रहा है मैं नहीं आएगा नहीं 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 घुमाओ बोट अरे वो बॉर्डर ही लगता है चल जाके नहीं 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 भाई मेरे को डर लग रहा है मैं नहीं आएगा
Don't forget that to contact me for any reason, you can find me on Facebook by searching for Curtis Minister Roach. Minister Curtis Roach. Or our page, The End Time Watchman. Just leave me a message and I'll reply at my earliest. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel and be blessed by the hundreds of videos available to you. Please feel free to share any video to help us spread the good news of Jesus Christ. You can also follow me on Twitter at Roach_Curtis. Should the Lord continue to tarry, see you next time. God bless.
Sound the trumpet now.
Yeah, the Father says, Rapture is coming. Don't get left behind. Don't get left behind. Oh, the rapture is coming. Don't get left behind. Don't get left behind.